Hello, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays with Audra, a live stream show where we get and have awesome chats with local business owners and leaders in our community to get an unfiltered and unscripted look at what they're doing on the day-to-day to move their businesses forward in sometimes very uncharted territory. I am your host, Audra Fournier, Life and Master Business Coach here in Tallahassee, and just really a curious person, which is why I started all of this. Got connected with Chrissy Souders, which is here with us. She's amazing, and she does our live stream show for us. But she's going to be in the background. Thank you so much, Chrissy. I am so excited. You guys, today our guest is Ashley Guy, and she owns Tallulah CBD Juicebar. And they just celebrated their 1-year anniversary this past weekend. Welcome, Ashley. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Whoops.
Oh, there you are.
Hi, Audra. Thanks for having me. So happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm excited to bring your story and your store to out into the community. For those of you that haven't been by her shop yet, we are going to tell you where it is so you can go and patron her business. So how did the celebration go this weekend?
Oh, we had so much fun. It was just a blast, a great turnout. Everybody had masks on. We all celebrated. Chris Klauser donated $100 gift card that we gave away, and everybody was just out and about. Kurt Bender, who has Bouquets by Bender. Mm-hmm. Hey, Olivia, good to see you. He had a beautiful bouquet of flowers that he brought, and he gave Violet some flowers. It was just a great event. We had some hemp cupcakes by Artistic Confections, which were vegan cupcakes, and they were just delicious. The best cupcakes I've had with the hemp decoration, and it was just a lot of fun. I really appreciate the Tallahassee business community for all of its support of local businesses, not just myself, but it's really great to come together, just all the support from the community and the business community, especially for these events.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about yourself, some background, and how you got Tallulah off the ground. Give us your story.
Yeah. So I'm Ashley, and we moved here from Seattle 2 years ago. My husband is a grower, so he's been growing since he was 21. So he's an expert grower. So he got recruited to grow out here by True Leaf. So that brought us out here. I was teaching at the time. I was a high school teacher, and I finished out the year, and then we joined him out here. And then I spent a year just being a stay-at-home mom, but that wasn't for me. I needed something to sink my teeth in, and I love a good challenge. So I have arthritis too, and pain in my hands and neck, so it's pretty constant. So I had just tried some CBD, and I tried the Green Roads CBD oil tincture. So a tincture is a sublingual, you put it under your tongue. So I had tried that, and I finally had some relief from the pain in my hand, the constant pain, just with this CBD oil tincture. So I knew I was onto something. I started to get into CBD, and I liked the products. And then I was going around town trying to find places to shop at and like a CBD community, and I didn't find that. So I thought, well, why don't I open my own store and
start one?
Yeah, just do it myself. So I went with no business background. I didn't have any mentors. My parents, my husband thought I was crazy. Of course, around Christmas, he started to get on board around Christmas. He's like, this is great. And now I have a lot of support from everyone. But in the beginning, it was pretty scary. My daughter, who's 5 now, she was very supportive from the beginning. So
go, Mom.
Yeah, she helped with you'd be surprised how much they can contribute with ideas. But it was a real learning curve to just find the location, see where I wanted to be. I found a spot in the northeast of Tallahassee, so I'm really happy with the location. It's by Momo and Chicken Salad Chick and Hearth and Soul and Higher Ground Bicycle. So it's a great business community around there, around the market district. And it's really up and coming around there too, with the new park.
Yeah.
We're working on. So yeah, it's just been a real experience. And then I wanted to find the best CBD products on the market. So I really pride myself on having a clean, friendly store with just the very best CBD products I can find on the market, the highest quality, organic, third-party tested, and different price points as well.
And I'm sure that, I mean, that must have taken, because you're entering into, not only are you starting a business and you have never started a business before, but you're also taking on an industry that's fairly new. And so you must have had to go through an extraordinary amount of self-education.
Definitely, especially from the legal standpoint. It was a lot to learn. I had to get a hemp food permit, business licenses, all sorts of things, but it was a fun challenge. And the CBD hemp industry and the marijuana industry are male dominated. So even today, most of the companies I'm dealing with are 90% male owned and operated. So it's kind of fun with our store because it's owned by a female, myself, 100% owner. And then we have some great gals in the store who are just indispensable and really do a good job too.
They're so sweet. I mean, your team is just, I mean, yourself and your team are just really knowledgeable and patient. Because when I went in, I have, always 100 questions about everything. And they're super patient, knowledgeable, and they'll just like take you from thing to thing and explain like what it does and how it affects things. And, am I looking for concentration or pain relief? They really sit down and have a great discussion with you before kind of suggesting some things. So give us a little bit of synopsis on what are some of the products and what are some of the uses, because I think if anybody's like me that, you hear the word CBD, but you don't really have a good understanding of like application and stuff like that.
Yeah. CBD stands for cannabidiol, and CBD is extracted from the hemp plants. So you have cannabis as the umbrella term of the plant, the cannabis plants, and then underneath cannabis, you can either grow marijuana or hemp. And then people grow CBD-rich hemp. These big companies have these CBD-rich hemp plants they're growing. And then they extract the CBD through different extraction processes, and then they put it into a product. And the cool thing right now about the CBD market is it's constantly evolving and it's very dynamic. So we're seeing a lot of changes every month in the products that are coming out. It's really exciting. For instance, 6 weeks ago, Delta 8 from the hemp plant just hit the market. So that's stronger than CBD, and that's been really exciting. Hi, Samantha. Good to see you.
Yeah. Because I went in different, because I asked a lot of questions, obviously. So you have juices that have CBD, you have ice creams, you have chewables and edibles and chocolates and candies and lotions and tinctures and all kinds of different things. Is this because, some people don't like pills, some people don't want to have things that have sugar in them? So are we just trying to, or is it more in regards to the relief you're looking for? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, it's good with CBD to take a multi-layered approach too. So we see the best results when customers are taking some CBD orally in their mouth, and then also having a topical. And we have, of course, today is National Coffee Day, and we do have CBD coffee, which has been really popular, especially with this weather today. Have you seen the weather? Yeah, it reminds me of Seattle, this weather. So yeah, we have coffee, and coffee has been a really easy way for people to integrate CBD into their daily routine. Some people like to take the oil in their mouth, but then other people just want to stick with something they're used to. So getting a cup of CBD coffee every day is just nice and easy. And We have all sorts of flavors, and then the CBD is infused in the coffee during the process that they're making the coffee. So we have pumpkin spice coffee, and it's really, really great. And all sorts of, we have hazelnut, vanilla, all sorts of coffee in cake, CBD coffee in K-cups, in whole bean, in ground coffee, lots of different options. Yeah, and with the coffee, it's great because you wouldn't necessarily think CBD and caffeine would be a good marriage, but it actually is pretty interesting. You take the CBD and the caffeine, and you get the energy of the caffeine without the blood sugar dip and without the jitters. So it can be really nice, and especially people who are looking for inflammation support and inflammatory support, it's an easy way to just integrate the CBD into your routine. And our best-selling products are probably our CBD gummies and our CBD oil. Samantha says she loves the CBD tea. Yeah, CBD tea has been around, well, we've been drinking tea for millennia, and incorporating cannabis tea is extremely popular because it absorbs really well. And then you get some other herbs, like we have a popular honey bush CBD tea, so you're getting the honey bush in, which is great as well. My cats are trying to get in. I might have to let them in just a second. They want to say hi. And we do have CBD for pets. We have CBD for cats and dogs and horses as well, but we do have a variety of products. So some people swear by the drink.
Check out the store, for sure. So, because I always kind of revert back to, I'm going to wait a second. I always kind of revert back to, business building in some way, because I want somebody in the community, if they're kind of going from the beginning like you did, what would be a couple of suggestions you would give for somebody starting out in a new business?
I would recommend to stay positive and to really believe in yourself. A lot of people told me it's a bad idea, don't do it. I didn't receive a lot of positivity, but I knew in myself, I believed in CBD, and I believed in my concept. I had an idea, a clean, friendly store with high quality CBD products. And I didn't see anyone else doing that. And even today, I don't really see, in other cities, I don't really see that model. So I really believed in my idea, and I was excited, and I liked the challenge. So when we talk about women in business too, a lot of women will often consult a bunch of people and want their idea to be validated before they begin. And that's great, but I didn't have a mentor. Nobody told me, you should do this. If you believe in something and you really have the drive, and you think it's going to work, that's all you need. The support came for me later down the road, not even till Christmas. I'd been open for 3 months, and then we really started to gain traction at Christmas. So the first few months of Tallulah, we opened on September 16th. The first few months I was in the store 7 days a week, working alone, gaining business and being in the store, but it was very slow. And finally, when Christmas hit, we got busy, we took off. I started to get a lot of support from the business community, from my family. So it takes time. Just believe in yourself and don't give up.
That is a wonderful piece of advice. I think all too often, either our brain tells us that it's not working because we're not good enough, or our idea isn't good enough, or nobody's going to like it. And a lot of the time we just need to push through that stuff, because it takes time for the community to recognize that you're there and to understand what your business is and come find you, kind of thing. And that just takes time, and putting the information out there over and over and over and over and over again. So you get yourself through Christmas, and then COVID hits. So how did you, or what did you pivot or change as far as your approach to the community, in an effort to continue to educate them on, your services and your business, even during such a challenging time?
Yeah, I met with a lot of my business friends during this time, and we spoke and we strategized and we just looked to each other for support. So that was really helpful to be able to chat with them. But I didn't give up, and I didn't take a break. I didn't just take a month off.
Mm-hmm.
I kept the business open, and we were able to stay open as an essential business. We were masked up and social distancing and sanitizing nonstop. So we have been open for the whole entire year, 7 days a week. So during COVID, we were open, we were adapting. I was taking 2 live videos every day in the store, trying to change how I was reaching customers. And actually during COVID, our social media numbers went way up. So while people were home, they were on Instagram, they were on Facebook a little more. So people were seeing our products, and it actually got us some new customers because they were coming across us on social media. And then I did a bunch of deliveries, car pickup. So we were just adapting and trying to reach customers, calling them up on the phone, sending cards, trying to stay relevant. So it's been good. We were able to continue to pay our bills and make rent. So we were really lucky to be open. Governor DeSantis allowed CBD stores to stay open under the pharmacy category. So it worked out. And then we started to pick up again this summer and get more people in the store. But we do have a big store, a wide open store. And usually we only get a few people in at a time. So it's been nice because the store allows for social distancing and people feel like they can breathe.
Yeah. Oddly enough, Olivia, speaking of breathing, said that she purchased her first mask from your store.
Thank you, Olivia. Locally made masks from Full Press Apparel. Love them, and just great, breathable, washable. Yeah, as soon as COVID hit, I was thinking, well, what can I do? So I ordered hand sanitizer, of course, everybody did, and I ordered masks. So, I remember those days.
Mm-hmm.
And my employee, Mia, and I, every day, we were like, we don't know what's going to happen, but we're here, and we're here for the customers. So it worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can imagine, CBD, one of the great properties of it is that it does very well for anxiety. And during this whole kind of quarantine, and nobody knows what's happening, that sort of situation, I'm sure that it's been a great resource for a lot of people, and including myself, because I went and bought some stuff. And during that whole time, just to help us kind of process all of this information without becoming overwhelmed. Did you find your customers to be particularly appreciative of that sort of product?
Yeah, we actually saw smokables increase by like 100%. So you can smoke CBD, and it's a quicker inhalation method, so you get really rapid results. So we saw a lot more people coming in and getting the hemp flower, hashtag not pot. It doesn't get you high. It's hemp flower, and they're smoking that. So we saw a lot of changes in what people were buying and what their needs were. A lot of parents came in who were, watching 2 to 3 kids at home now and working at the same time. So they were thankful for the CBD products and really happy we were there, and happy that we were able to guide them in how to dose and what types of products.
Yeah. Like, can I just get a bath bomb, please? I just need a glass of wine and quiet time.
Yeah, and they actually did a study for CBD that showed people who took CBD and then they were doing public speaking, saw they were less nervous before speaking in public. So we see a lot of good benefits for CBD for anxiety.
I may need that. I have my first 45-minute conference speech coming up in a couple of weeks. So I may need to come in and get something to take to my conference with me, because that's the first like full-on live conference speech that I'm going to be giving, and I'm sure I'm going to be nervous. So.
Awesome. Yeah. People sometimes they say, well, is the CBD going to put me to sleep? That seems counterintuitive to take the CBD before a big event or something. But CBD works best when it stays in the system and it's working around the clock. So it's best to dose every 6 to 8 hours and to keep it in your system, especially if you're battling with anxiety. I was recently in Las Vegas for a hemp convention. And what I learned at the convention was people with anxiety are often dosing really high now and seeing some good results. So before I was recommending to customers to dose, to start low and to dose low, but for real anxiety issues and different things like cancer and different big ailments, you really have to tinker with your dose. Of course, I'm not a doctor or a pharmacist, so always consult your doctor. But with CBD, each body is different. So you have to find the right dose for you. For myself and my arthritis and for stress and anxiety, I'm dosing it between 60 and 100 milligrams of CBD per day. I'm combining, I take some CBD beverages, I take CBD oil, I have CBD coffee. So I'm doing a multi-layered approach. And then I always have a CBD topical on hand, especially in the car to rub on my hands because they're a little more sensitive during changes in weather and different things. So I'm always having my CBD cream as well because that can help with the pain.
What would you say the number one or two, because you mentioned one just a moment ago, the most prevalent questions that you get? A couple of those.
Yeah, CBD for sleep. Right now, people seem to be having trouble sleeping. So they want us to, they want to learn about CBD for sleep. And that's another really exciting area that has changed just in the past a few months. So another minor cannabinoid of the hemp plant is CBN. So CBN. So that cannabinoid that they found in the hemp plant can help with sleep. So right now they have a lot of oil tinctures that have been coming out on the market that are focused on CBN for sleep. So people will get these CBN products from the store and then they're getting a better night's sleep. And just a few months ago, CBN products weren't even out on the market. So the biggest brands now make these products just for sleep. And then they're focused more, they have a little bit of CBD in the product, but they're like 80% or 90% CBN. And with the CBN tinctures, they're great for sleep, but you also want to stay hydrated and remember to drink plenty of water with those is what we found.
Sleep is so important. So important. So what do you think? I mean, if you could pontificate what might be coming for the industry, kind of what directions do you think that CBD will go?
So right now with the CBD market, we see it pretty saturated. You wouldn't necessarily think that in Tallahassee, but around the world and around this country, all of the biggest brands are really rocking the CBD world. Green Roads, CBD FX, Pachamama, they're all $20 million companies, and they're all coming out with really great products in triple clean facilities, just going above and beyond to get the best hemp products. So we're not seeing any smaller players anymore able to compete. We're seeing a lot of the big companies really putting out really good products and adapting each day. So another minor cannabinoid that's been super popular is CBG. So that comes from the hemp plant as well. So we're selling a lot of CBG, and that's great for focus and inflammation. And then folks with cancer are getting some good benefits from that. And with COVID, they've been studying, a lot of the research universities are finally able to study CBD. And they're finding that it's preliminary research, of course, but so for COVID, they're finding actually that CBD and CBG are great for inflammation in the lungs. So people struggling with COVID, there's some good research coming out with that. So definitely the minor cannabinoids such as CBN, CBG are really hot right now. Also, Delta 8 products are new. So those are stronger than CBD. And Delta 8, to get Delta 8, it's a mother cannabinoid. So it comes from CBG, and they have a special process to make Delta 8, and it just gives you a bit more effects. So if people who are interested in Delta 8 would be looking for anti-nausea, inflammation support, and then something strong. So it's going to help you relax a little more. So say they have chronic back pain, the Delta 8 would be something for them to try.
Wow, lots of really neat stuff coming. So it for the novice person that walks in the store, kind of walk me through that process, or walk us through that process a little bit, so that people get a good understanding of what to expect if they just want to, you know, come in and learn more.
Yeah, with CBD, it can seem a little daunting at first, the dosing, the names, everything. But a good place to start is a CBD beverage, or we always recommend CBD oil, because oil just kind of is where the magic is at. When you're using a topical on your body, it's hitting one spot and it's helping with the pain there, and it'll help for a few hours. But when you're taking a sublingual CBD oil tincture, it goes under the tongue and it is held there for a minute. It's absorbing really well in your body. So we see a lot of professional athletes and people getting the best results with CBD oil. It's a little better absorbed than a capsule or even a gummy. So nowadays we have a lot of oils that have other herbs in them, such as our peppermint oil, CBD tincture with ashwagandha and rhodiola. So oil is a really good place to start for CBD, and people aren't really used to tinctures. They're not used to taking an oil. They taste good now, but we always really do recommend the oil, because that's when people start to heal inside and out, when they're getting the oil and it's treating the entire body, and they're dosing for 2 to 3 weeks. They're really seeing results. They're dosing twice a day with that oil. It's absorbing in their body. Of course, you can put the oil in a beverage, but CBD isn't cheap. And I like to tell customers we want to get the most bang for our buck. So it's best to put the oil under the tongue. It'll absorb better than just putting it into a beverage.
Good place to start. I'm in, you know, not like I'm your coach or anything, but I'm just so proud of you. I'm so proud of, you know, everything that you've accomplished over the last year. The way that you really just kept moving forward and connecting with your community and finding a way to help, as well as you have a lovely store and a great team. So let everybody know how to find you, how to get in touch with you, how to keep up with you, where to follow you, all of that stuff.
Thanks, Audra. Yeah, we are Tallulah CBD and Juicebar, Tallahassee's largest CBD store for people and pets, high quality CBD products, located on Market Street by Chicken Salad Chick and Momo's and Island Wing Co. We're open 7 days a week, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 7, Fridays 10 to 8, Saturdays 10 to 7, and Sundays 12 to 5. We love to connect with customers and just chat with you and see what you're looking for and customize products. We don't make anything ourselves. I just find the best products on the market in the CBD world. And we are on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, all under Tallahassee CBD. And if you just saw that last picture about the guy with the tape around his belly, CBD can help with blood sugar. So it's been interesting to see all the customers who have been coming into the store saying that they're losing some of their belly weight, their belly fat. CBD is great for helping with stress and anxiety. So sometimes people were snacking when they were stressed, and the CBD has helped mitigate the stress. And then the cortisol levels have been lowered. And then also CBD can help with blood sugar. So the body's just moving a little better. So that's about it. You can find us on social media or come into the store. We'd love to chat with you.
That's so awesome. Thank you so much for being with us today. You guys continue to add questions to the chat section. Ashley will check in and make sure that you get all your questions answered, or give her a call directly. Certainly go into the store if you have questions. Even if you've never been inside a CBD store before, I highly recommend you go inside Tallulah because they're really just there to help and educate you. So thank you so much, Ashley, for being with us today.
This was great. Thank you so much. So great.
Absolutely. Okay, you guys. Well, that's this episode of Tuesdays with Audra with the wonderful Ashley Guy, owner of Tallulah CBD and Juice Bar here in Tallahassee. Until next time, keep doing what you do, man. Go conquer the world. Thank you so much, Ashley. We'll see you soon.
Bye.